White girl, little girl, bad bitch with the curves. Come into my world, Damala slutty bitch. She suck on this pussy, beefcake all in me. Neat bitch, you drunk. Your pussy smell like funk. Ho, why is you here? Bitch, you better act like you know. Don't touch on my fur. You're a thrifty bitch or slutty bitch. I'm that girl, I get paid. You're a crummy bitch, hey babe. You better lay low. We having a stand contest, ho? Don't cha-cha, she's a hoe. Welcome to Vegas, good girl.
What is going on, Entertainment? So time coming to y'all with another video, and we talking Johnson's Cabaret reunion part 1. You already know what to do. Hit that like button, hype up the video. Let me know what y'all thought about this reunion. So the first thing it starts off with is the performances, of course. Jocelyn do her Pontecilla, da 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 Pontecilla. Okay, she have a damn Puerto Rican parade on this stage. Okay, the girls all look good for the most part. Now, Oceans, come here. Okay, Wave Side. Okay, Riverside. You hear me? Oceans really needs to take some dance classes. Like she's always a little bit offbeat, and she's trying. That's the thing, y'all. She really do be trying, but it's always offbeat. Okay, it's always offbeat, and that's the problem. So I feel like Jocelyn really needs to have her do some private classes uh for Ricardo. Okay? They do need to do some private classes with Ricardo because I think she would be a great dancer if she took the classes. Now next we got Baby Tees. I got Baby through the party. I got Baby Tees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got a white girl too. And a boyfriend gay. And her daddy too. And a boyfriend gay. Baby Tees. Baby through the party. I got Baby Tees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, y'all know I love that song. Jocelyn performed it with all her might. She performed it with all of the energy of the world. Like she said it like she was angry. She like, I brought back. Like she was this was basically like a you to Lemmy because she probably is feeling like Lemmy Pepper. She brought back to the network and she doesn't feel appreciated. Okay. Because the way that she was singing that with all of her might, you couldn't tell Jocelyn Nathaniel. All right. And that's pretty much it for the performances. I love the fact that they all had the yellow and the fur. That's inspo from Big Bird. So y'all should really give her flowers, to be honest. Okay. Now let's get into the entrance looks. I love to talk about those looks because those are the looks that the girls really have wanted to wear to the reunion. But due to this network being a fighting network and the fact that they cannot come out looking dolled up, they, have to switch their clothing into fighting clothes afterwards. So let's talk about the entrance look. First look, we have Lexi Go. Lexi Go looks, she always to me looks great. Like she always looks great. Like her body's always T. The security couldn't even stop looking, y'all. The security wanted to take that metal detector and put it up, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? The way he was looking at her, I said, oh, he needed that. Okay. G Baby's another one who looks really, really great. She had like this like black and like silver bedazzle type of look. Now Sky, aka Watermelon Drea, that's another one who I like her in the blonde. Okay. Watermelon Drea always looks good in that blonde. She really always looks good in that blonde. I love it. Right. Next, we got T Love. She gave us cozy and comfy with the Cheetah Girl set. We are sisters, cabaret together. We stand for one another. We are sisters, cheetah sisters forever. We stand together. Okay, she gave us a very comfy, like she's, not wanting to do too much. She's trying to be comfortable. Next, we have Oceans. I wasn't a fan of this dress. I don't want it to seem like I'm getting on Oceans, y'all, on purpose, because I like Oceans more than some of y'all like her. But I wasn't a big fan of the dress. Yeah, like, no. I feel like it was a little like city trendish. Next, we got Isis. She looked cute in that two piece. I love the fact that she included the fur along with it. That was really, really good. Like, I really, really like that look. Okay. Next, we have Des. Anyways, next we have Erica. Now, Erica, I like the silver. Or is it me? Or did she dissolve some of the filter? You know what I'm saying? In her face. I feel like she took a little bit of it out of her face because she didn't look the same to me. Okay. Next, we have Neek, showgirl Neek. Okay. She looks very cute. She always screams to me SEX. Like, it always screams, like, she's like, oh, like, it always just screams that to me. Even her getting patted down, you know what I'm saying? Her getting patted down, she's like moaning and groaning. I'm like, do you always have to be a little her? Okay, white girl, little girl, like you always gotta be a little her. Like, you feel me? She looked great though. I love that dress, like that whole bedazzled, colorful dress. She looks really, really good. Next, we have Egypt. Now, Egypt looks like she was going to Paris. Bruh, she looked great. I like the little Paris hat with the ensemble. It gave very feminine. I love the fact when Egypt could give us a little feminine. Okay, because we always get, masculine ogre, right? So when she gives us femme, I live for it. Next, we have Danny. Danny, well, no, not Danny. Drea. Drea looked like a runaway child away from home. The cabaret runaway. No shade. Okay, run away. Okay, it looked like she was running away from the cabaret. She had her hoodie on, a backpack, and her braided down. Sis was on a mission. Okay. Now, Kanaya, I like you, but that thong dress was a fool. I did not like that. It looked like you were stuffing a pillowcase underneath your pussy. I wasn't a fan of it. I did not like it. Like the whole thong illusion with the bed drapes and all that. I just wasn't a fan. Along with the hair too, it just was not it. And I usually like Kanaya's looks and stuff, but I was not a fan of that look. I was not a fan of that look. No way. Okay, just I don't know who put her in that, but please don't do it again because Kanaya is too pretty of a girl for y'all to have her looking a fool like that. Far too much. Okay. Next we have for the entrance looks, um, Jane Doe. Now Jane Doe, I love the blonde on her, the short blonde hair. She looks really good in that. Now next we have Love. Love, are you still drinking after all them health conditions you have, girl? You should be ashamed of yourself. She looked like she just busted a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, Love just came through busting a date and she had to film the reunion up the street. Like, it's no shade. I was just like, Love looks all types of like kerfuffles. Next, we have Hogan. Okay. Hogan was giving us Sierra vibes. Okay. She was giving us my goodies. That's my goodies. Brr, 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 brr. Like, it was giving very much goodies vibes. Next, we have Gypsy. Now, Gypsy gave us big hair, don't care. I like Gypsy's look. That whole big hair situation, I do feel like the hair could have been a little bit less, but she looked great. Next, we have Danny. Danny looked amazing. This is one of Danny's best looks. That hair, please do that hairstyle every time, Danny. Every time you need to do that hair. Okay. Miss Chinks looked like she just wanted to get it over with. She had her Fashion Over two-piece set on, bare face, which she don't even need makeup. Okay. And just ready to thump. All right. Now we have our hosts, Shad, Ricardo, and then Janisha. Now, to me, Shad hosting as the audience host to me doesn't make the most sense. And please don't say, oh, you're hating because you wish they would call you. I don't want to hear that. I'm not waiting around for no call, child. If they would, they would have been called me. So ain't no shade. You feel me? Ain't no hate in my in my blood about that. Okay. Y'all done ever heard me hate on no Isaiah J hosting or none of that. So not too much. Okay. The reason why I say it to me didn't make a lot more sense. One, we never had an audience host on Justice Cabaret before. Secondly, isn't Shad Tammy's best friend? So isn't Tammy one of Jocelyn's biggest ops? So what the heck was that? I don't know if Jocelyn forgot or she hit her head, but girl, I would have been like, you down with the ops. You can't be here. No shade. You know what I'm saying? Something about him was a little off. I don't know if it was because he was nervous or what, but like he was talking pretty fast and just seemed a little like, I don't know, like he seemed a little like shook. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of like off to me. And Tammy, how do you feel about your best friend hosting for your one of your biggest ops? She snatched your ponytail. Let me stop. There's shade. You feel me? She snatched your ponytail. How do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that? All right. Anyways, so he's catching up with Janisha backstage, and they're talking about Egypt and Danny. And apparently, y'all, he spilled some tea. Apparently, Egypt snatched up Danny in the hotel room. So he wants to know why Jocelyn kind of sent home random girls uh the way that he did, like the way that she did, and didn't give any of the girls like, a precursor, pre-warning, just kind of sent them home for no reason. So he didn't really know why she did that and wanted to know as to answer why, right? And as they're talking, right, Janisha starts lightweight defending Jocelyn. Janisha, you need to stop being so biased when it comes to that. I don't like that. Like, what some of Jocelyn was, some of the stuff she does is wrong. Cause you're like, you don't know why, like, she sent random girls home. Like, what? Like, that's the name of the show. Like, she's abusive. Like, what? What? Do you really want to be here? I'm like, wait a minute now. She ain't say all that, but y'all get the vibes. I was sort of like, like, and she even started to throw him under the bus a little bit later on. I said, Miss Janisha is messy. I didn't peep that. I said, oh, you're one of them. Ah. Now, we see Chinks outside meet with Kanaya, and Kanaya still is giving us very much Abraham Lincoln, not Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, with a little bit of swag. That shit it was like it's just like what it looked confused me. It confused me. Okay, it just confused me. Do you hear me? I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So she's outside me with Chinks, and she said, "Oh, she ready with all the pressure." Now, to me, Chinks does not get enough credit because Chinks, to me, she stood there in the paint and she did not leave. She could have easily quit. She could have easily quit, and she did not quit. She continued to stay, uh, and did not quit on the show. And I respect that because a lot of the girls would have shook under pressure and they would have left. They would not have stayed. So for that, she earns my respect 100%. Now she says that she's ready to get into squabbles with most of the girls, and she said, "Y'all, she blocked Jocelyn." I said, "Oop." She said she blocked Jocelyn, and then Kanai's just like, "Oh my god, that's crazy." I don't think she gonna notice. Now she notices now that you said it on camera. Why would she block Jocelyn though? That's the thing. Chinks got a lot of trust issues like me. So she the type of person, she think you a op, it's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a no-go for you. So I get it. Like, I get it because I'm the same way. I ain't gonna lie. We works in progress. Okay, works in progress. Egypt ends up meeting with Neek, Des, Erica, Sky, Isis, T Love, and Egypt says she got into it with Danny because Danny says she hopes her kids and Egypt dies. Now, Danny, why would you do that?
Now I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this.
That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because
Why you do that?
why I do what?
Because like that's a little far, Danny. Damn, girl. Like, and how did you and Egypt even get into it? Like, because I don't remember y'all being that angry at each other during the season. Like, y'all wasn't bestie boos because you started, being friendly with the newbies. But like, damn, girl, death is crazy. And you never wish death on somebody. That thing gonna come back tenfold on your ass and your family. That's one thing I learned, babes. Okay, thank you. You I'm not gonna speak that into anything death around me, babe. You got that. All right. Now, Meek says that Jocelyn's internet hate kind of made her turn against her. I do agree with Neat when it comes to that. I think Jocelyn was starting to see a lot of people saying, "We want Neat, we want Neat, 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 Nick and Night, Nick and Night, Nick and Night." And I think that bothered her. I think she felt a way about it. It was just like, damn, bitch, like all y'all neat, 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 but like y'all not living for the queen, which is Miss Hernandez. So I don't think she was too much feeling that, and she wanted Neek out of her face due to that. And I think that made her kick her off the tour. Because if y'all don't remember, Neek was supposed to go on the tour with the girls, but she ended up not going because of Jocelyn not inviting her to do so. So Neek, I agree with that. And I feel like at this point, you need to decide if you care so much about yourself to not want to deal with the BS. Period, point blank. So they bring the girls out or whatever. They bring Shout Out and then they bring the girls out. Why Egypt looked like she was ready to rob a bank? Egypt looked like she was supposed to star in the next Set It Off movie. It was given very much Set It Off. Okay, Strip It Off, we're gonna call it. Because she had her all black on She had one of them a 90s hats on, my everything. Like it just she looked like she was on a mission. If I was Joseline, because from what I hear when Joseline come on, she tell the people she don't mess with to get up off the stage. I would have had to tell her to get up off the stage. Because why was you looking like that? That was crazy. So y'all know how Janisha do. Janisha starts going around the stage and starts talking to each girl. She talked to Egypt and they asked her like, does she still want that with Chinks? She says yes. How much abuse are you going to give to my girl? I'm sick of you. I'm just so sick of her. Like you keep whooping on Chinks and it's bothering me. You get what I'm saying? She done been through enough. Leave her alone. Leave Brittany alone. Okay. She's like, she still want that energy with Chinks. From what I hear, y'all, don't be disappointed. I'm gonna give y'all spoilers. If y'all don't want to hear this, skip this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From what I hear, I told they didn't squabble. I heard Chinks only squabbled Oceans. Okay, I may be wrong from what the entertainers done told me, but that's what the entertainers done told me that we're there. Thank ya. Okay, so then they start going off to Neek or whatever, and then we get to Sky. So Sky's like, oh, they asked her about Sky. Sky's like, oh no, I'm not working with Joseline anymore. I only went to the studio about like one time. Janisha, this is where you're gonna have to stop being biased. Janisha says that she was told that, and I hate that word bias, by the way, because I hate that word. But I'll say this word. She has to start being more open-minded because, of course, you're probably told one thing while another thing probably happened. Scott said she only went to the studio one time. She's like, well, from what I was told, you recorded a couple of songs. And then she was like, yeah, but that was in like one studio session. And she was just like, I don't do the internet stuff. I don't like the fact that she said I eat box out of a car for $20. She said, I can't even get weed for $20, right? All the audience members was like, yeah, yeah, because they also weed smokers. And then Janisha's like, oh, you don't think this is nothing, you could get through? She like, no, because like, once again, like, I don't do the internet stuff. So they make this audience member get on the mic. And then he was like, no shade. He was the big pal. He was like, no shade, but like, I feel like you should have read the contract before you signed it. This is just word of advice. T Love was like, we had the contract for a couple days, and I told Scott to get legal advice. Clearly, she did not do that. She just signed off the whim and off the strength of Joseline, which wasn't smart because we saw how that ended up. So he was like, yeah, it's no shade. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You just should have read it. She like, man, be quiet. You're gay. Now, Sky, this is how I can tell you're very unintelligent. You're not intelligent. How is that a read? That's what he likes. That's his preference. How is him being a punk a read? I'm confused. Make it make sense. You lost me right there, Sky. Now I was rooting for you, and I heard you did your big one, but like, come on now. That was just ignorant. That was just ignorant fool. If I was shot, I would have been like, yay. I'm telling you, let me be a host. I'm gonna act a fool. I'm gonna cut up a rug. I would have been like, gay. Oh my God, really, Sky? Ain't nothing wrong with being gay. Joseline's gay. Come on now. Like, I would have acted a whole fool. I'm telling y'all, they don't want to hire me as host because I'm gonna cut up. But once again, my time is coming. I ain't waiting for no girl job. Anyways, so we get to Lexi. The audience is living for her. They're like, Lexi, we love you. Even for Egypt, they were doing that. They're like, we love you. They start asking Egypt, like, what's the tea with everybody else? Not Egypt. They start asking Lexi, what's the tea with everybody and why she got beef with the girls and stuff. Lexi says it's because she got into it with Joseline because Joseline had started coming at her for no reason and she didn't feel the need to come back at her about it. So her and Joseline went back and forth in text, but she didn't do too much because she was on tour with her. I really feel like Joseline's a little jealous of Lexi. No shade. I think it's because like she's very well put together and she's really stepped up her life. Like she's putting out music, she's trying to get herself together, and I think Joseline don't like when people try to upgrade. Much like we saw with the Drea situation. No shade. She must not can't stand Drea with the sometimes my love for you. My love for you. My love for you. Okay, she must hate that. You know what I'm saying? Because now she over here singing AI. I'm playing. But no, like she must cannot stand that. So we end up bringing Jocelyn out. You could tell this reunion was very edited because a lot of people that was at the reunion told me she did have she had her little taser babes. So they edited a good chunk of that because you could tell the editing was very choppy. She could barely sit down for 2 minutes without telling Janisha and them to bring out the other girls. She like, come on, like, where the other girls at? Janisha's like, this your show, you sit pretty. It's about you. I know where the other girls at. So they end up bringing the other girls out, and this is where it all goes left. They end up bringing Danny, Drea, and the Ocean. This fight looks so crazy. So first of all, Ocean starts fighting Lexi, which I don't know why she even fighting Lexi for. Like their beef to me, I don't even think is that deep for them to even be squabbling like that. They started going at it. They boop, 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 boop. They start swinging at each other. Danny comes out with this whole graffiti outfit, jacket piece on. She don't even know if she want to swing left or right, right? And then she tried to almost swing on Sky, but then Ocean started swinging on Sky. Lacey wig come off, and then all hell breaks loose. In the midst of it, Joss is telling Egypt, this is where I think she kicks Egypt off soon. She's like, oh, sit down or you get out. Sit down or you don't go. Sit down or you gotta leave. Sit down or you gotta go. Okay, because she know that Egypt would have caused damage to these girlies, right? Even Isis sort of jumps in. You kind of see Isis jumping in and stuff like that. But mostly the Oceans was the one fighting a lot and getting her ass whooped. Sky ends up tearing her something nasty, girl. Danny was jumping in there. It was just a whole freaking mess, right? But that Sky was not playing. She had her mouth guard in. That's how you know she was on timing. Because her mouth guard was in. At one point, she ends up getting Danny too. Bop, bop, bop. She ends up getting her left, right, booka baka boo. Like, it was Sky's reunion. I give her that. Her homophobic. That girl said, "You're gay." So that Jocelyn is terrified of Sky at this point. She like, get this bitch off my stage. Get this bitch off my stage. She telling her to get her off the stage. She telling her to get off the stage. All you hear is Sky talk about, she got a taser. She got a taser. Watermelon Drea did not want to get tased. Okay. Next thing you know, Danny starts showing the goods. Danny, I'm gonna have to hit you up about that. Because you don't ever show the punani for free. You gotta charge a fee. What are you doing? I'm very disappointed in you, Danny. How dare you? You never supposed to show them that for free. They're supposed to give it up first before you could ever show them any of the goods. Okay? I thought that was very low of you. You know better than that. We've talked about that. Let me stop. But no, for real though, like you ain't had to do all that and show the punani all them good. Or show the audience all that punani all them goods, girl. Like it's just like that was a little overdone. This shade. So Janisha started asking them about the beef sister after they've all calmed down. You know which shot of the Cabaret reunions that's always funny? After Danny gets fighting, her just sitting there. She always look confuddled, girl. Like Danny just always looked like she just got taken through there, girl. Every time after they get the squabbling during the reunion, you just see Danny sitting there, just looking like she done been through a hurricane and some more. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. I want y'all to take a look. Okay. I be taking through there, girl. I love you, Danny. Though, don't be bad. So after that happens, we end up seeing Drea and Isis go at it. Apparently, Drea was she thinks that Isis kind of brought her up while she was going back and forth with Jocelyn, but Isis was like, she only brought her up saying that, oh, Drea know that I'm the rich auntie. I said, oh, I know you got it like that, Isis. Okay. Then why the hell do you feel the need to go there and make a not a fool, but like, get the abuse that you get on this show? Like, no shade. If I'm rich and I got it like that, I'm not gonna go in no cabaret so Jocelyn could cuss me out. You feel me? Like I'm finna like what Bernicia said. I'm finna stat my coin and go about my business. Like I don't know. I don't think that's smart, babes. Child, the audience was on G Baby ass. They were telling her to get on business and some more stuff. The whole time they were fighting, Jocelyn even looks at G Baby. She like, come on, like look at you, G Baby. You're scary asshole. Bitch, you're not fighting for your friends. Scary asshole. Like she was basically kind of poking at G Baby a little bit. Now I will say this, right? G Baby, I don't think is a fighter. So there's that. Do I think this is a fighting type show? No. Then that's the problem. They have turned this into Baddies Part 2, and it wasn't like that in the beginning. So they need to restructure that format because not all the girls were fighters for the first 3 seasons of Cabaret. We have some girls that were pretty girls that kind of minded their business, but it's like now all the girls kind of have to like get in the field and be field type of girls, and that's just not the case. Okay. So her and Isis start talking about their beef, and this whole voice note comes up. Isis says that, you know, the voice note was not played in a malicious way because the voice note apparently was Ocean's talking crap about her. She said it wasn't made for them to like beef and stuff, but it was all over some weed. But I thought you the rich auntie Isis. Why you mad over somebody being stingy for their weed? Why don't you buy your own weed? What Pressure said, I got my own bag. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving it back. Child, freaking they bring some more of the girls out, right? We got Kanaya. That Big Bird outfit was so cute. She comes out with Chinks, and she also comes out with Gypsy. All the girls get up, half of the girls, meaning the Oceans, the Dre, and the Dannys. And Danny does like the craziest run up ever. I don't gonna lie, it looked like it was slow motion, Danny. The way that she ran up on Gypsy, you gave Gypsy ample time to get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have did that run up a little cleaner, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe you should have came closer in proximity because that was too much of a jump for you to make. And that's why it looked like Gypsy was sort of getting you a little bit because she had enough time to prepare for that hop and jump that you did. Now it's pretty much the reunion. Like I said, you could tell a lot was edited out due to the taser of it all. Like at one point, y'all don't see Jocelyn on the stage. Where did she go? Exactly. Anyways, let me know what y'all think down below. And we are babies.